as you can see, it's sort of an area that's become a bit tired. It's part of the biosphere, the living coast, and obviously that's the key message. It should be the living coast. It should be living for people, wildlife. It should be vibrant. And at the moment, it's sort of seen better days.
So these are all the cranberry grown from seed, from the seed bank. And here we've got the yellow horned poppy. They're quite temperamental. You've got to get the watering just right on those.
Things started off slowly, I think, in the spring, but once they got going, there was no stopping them, and we ended up with, I think, almost 1,000 plants that are going to go out on the shingle down in Brighton.
It's a big day. We've been waiting for this day probably 9-12 months. So this is Peter and Callum, father and son team from Landbuild, and they're planting them. This is the origin, the mother of all cabbages, sea kale.
These habitats are very rare, and you only find them in a very few places.
They're genetically used to these sort of very extreme conditions, but these plants, of course, have to get roots down into the beach to literally hold them from being blown away. The first year, next growing season will be key.
Nobody knows what's going to happen. It's always a complete unknown with nature, really. Nature always has surprises up its sleeve. I wouldn't have guessed, for example, that translocating a load of shingle plants was going to result in what we've got in the central section now, where it's almost all established incredibly well, beyond everybody's expectations, I think.
The walk experience at the moment, you're walking on Madeira Drive over there. It's not a nice place to walk. This will be a place where you can dawdle, or you can power walk, you can do whatever you like, and you've got the beach on one side and the sea, and you've got this rather extraordinary sort of land art and habitat, young evolving habitat right next to you.
They can really get in amongst the coastal vegetated shingle and the really lovely, look at the colours of the plants. I'm really hoping that people will be in amongst it, really feeling what this habitat is all about, and exploring this area much more than they are now, and really feeling the vibrancy of it.
I get very excited by days like this. This is certainly fat lady singing time, it's special.